Well, I hate to oversimplify a very complicated question, but I would like you to think in terms of what I call the 3 E's. And the first one is enjoyment. We must find something that a child or a small group of children enjoy doing and make room for that. And that's one of the reasons that I invented enrichment clusters, because I felt that that was a very different thing from just regular instruction. The second is engagement. It is not just sitting there listening and learning information, but it's putting that information to some kind of practical use because of an audience that may be involved. It might be a written audience, you read an article about it. It might be a performance, it might be photographs, it might be dancing, it might be filming, and it might be interviewing. Well, again, I think it's what I just mentioned. That is that there's no subject in the world that doesn't have some interesting information about it. Look at this, it's a piece of paper. How is paper produced? When was the first paper produced? Before that, they wrote hieroglyphics on walls, they carved it. So I think that there's many different colors and many different shapes and designs. That one piece of paper can result in a half a dozen different studies for children if we can get them interested. If they say, no, that's not for me, I'd rather do something that I can use my physical body, dance or play football. You know, just taking kids into a more difficult class in history or mathematics or science, but there's still a lot of work, they're still, trying to pass a test at the end. There's not a lot of enjoyment there, but give them some project to work on. And where is the history of the person whose building this was named after? Just that, simple as that. And all of a sudden we've got what I call an investigative project. Well, one of the things that fortunately or unfortunately the case may be, is that giftedness, developing giftedness in young people will contribute to the development of the economy of that country. The country that has the most patents will be the richest country in the world. And so therefore, policymakers should realize, I think that the Shah of Iran, I worked in Iran a number of years ago, and his minister came to him and said, soon, someday, our oil will run out, and we must figure out a way to remain a successful country. And I heard these Americans are doing this thing called gifted education. I would like to invite them there to train our teachers to do that. And I think that, I believe that it's not just the economy, but along with the economy comes cultural differences, artistic differences, relationship differences that are all involved, and then opposite just sitting there and stuffing information into kids' heads.